Hello, my name is Pat Ahern, and I am the CEO of Care Dimensions. I'm here to welcome you, and I want you to feel very welcome, even though we are virtual at this Tree of Light ceremony. It's so good to hopefully see you more and hear from you more as time goes on, and I sure hope that by this time next year, we will be back to our usual hugs and storytelling in person. This time of year is the time that I think the most about light. There is the grateful glow that is still on all of us from the Thanksgiving days. There is the beauty of the candle lighting for Hanukkah, and then there is the preparations for Christmas and the lights that we see, the stars that we see shining in the cold, clear night. All of these things remind me of why lights, especially in the midst of some darkness, are so important for us all. You are all with us because someone in your life you have lost, but always loved and still do love, and you're here to remember that person. So am I, and we're all going to do this together. And I hope that you get a few quiet moments just to remind yourself and remember, and then tell some stories to the people that are around you, because those keep our people alive for us. And even if they're not physically present, they're present in our hearts forever. So thank you for joining us. I want to especially thank our three sponsors, People's United Bank, Bank Gloucester, and the town of Swampscott. Thank you so much for being such a wonderful support. You're going to hear from a representative from each of those in a moment. Mostly, I want to say thank you. I want to make sure that you know that I appreciate, and we all do at Care Dimensions, the support that you provide to us every day and in every way. You are coaching us, advising us, guiding us, and supporting us so that we feel confident all the time to say yes to any extraordinary circumstance that we find ourselves in, and this certainly is one of those. So thank you again.
Where you go, I will go, beloved. Where you go, I will go. Where you go, I will go, beloved. Where you go, I will go. Where you lie, I will lie, beloved. Where you lie, I will lie. Where you lie, I will lie, beloved. Where you lie, I will lie. And your people are my people. Your people are children. Where you lie, I will lie. And your people are my people. Your people are mine. Your people are my people. You're divine, my divine. Where you go, I will go, beloveds. Where you go, I will go. Where you go, I will go, beloveds. Where you go, I will go. Where you lie, I will lie, beloveds. Where you lie, I will lie. Where you lie, I will lie, beloveds. Where you lie, I will lie. And your people are my people. Your people are mine. Your people are my people. You're divine, my divine.
Hello, my name is Elvira Borsari. I first came to know about Care Dimensions when my mom got sick. She was at Beverly Hospital, and when we found out that she didn't have long to live, the doctor there said that he thought that the Kaplan House in Danvers would be a good place for my mom to be. They took such great care of Mom because I was there every day with my brother, and just the care and the love and the compassion that everyone showed her. We really didn't know that there was anything wrong until that last week that he didn't start feeling well, and that, you know, he had stage 4 metastatic liver cancer, and so there was nothing they could do. I really wrestled with him going to the Kaplan House as well because I knew he'd get wonderful care, but I also knew that he would want to be at home, that he would want to die here because he loved this place. Loved, I mean, the ocean was his backyard. My husband was a professional photographer. This backdrop here, Rockport, Ipswich, Essex, the whole North Shore, was really his inspiration. I mean, he'd leave here at 4 o'clock in the morning, you know, and at night sometimes we'd be sitting at the dinner table and the light changed, and he'd like get up and leave, you know, and because he knew that he needed to catch that light. The light was everything to him. I came to know about the Tree of Lights, and the first time I'd heard about it, and the first time I went was to Gloucester. And it was such a moving experience for me because there were other people there that were going through the same thing that I was going through. So you didn't feel alone. You knew that there were other people that were feeling the exact same thing that you were feeling. We will always have a light in our heart for them, always. And it's not that we forget, but you know, through the years, our lives get busy or what have you. But that ceremony every single year is a reminder, you know, of our loved ones. And I just think it's just so symbolic, and it's just, you know, a remembrance that, you know, that the light still shines for them in our hearts.
Good evening. My name is Maureen Burge, and I am a child life specialist with Care Dimensions. Here is a reading from Nancy Wood. A long time I have lived with you, and now we must be going separately to be together. Perhaps I shall be the wind to blur your smooth waters, so that you do not see your face too much. Perhaps I shall be the star to guide your uncertain wings, so that you have direction in the night. Perhaps I shall be the fire to separate your thoughts, so that you do not give up. Perhaps I shall be the rain to open up the earth, so that your seed may fall. Perhaps I shall be the snow to let your blossoms sleep, so that you may bloom in spring. Perhaps I shall be the stream to play a song on the rock, so that you are not alone. Perhaps I shall be a new mountain, so that you will always have a home.
I am Emery Glass. I live in Marblehead. My wife and I were married for 62 years. We have 4 children, 2 girls, 2 boys. She was a woman that could do anything. Wonder Woman. If you look down the end of the house here, you'll see a big stone wall. She built that wall by herself for the most part. And she used to do all the gardening, take care of the house. She took care of the finances. I never had to worry about it. An amazing woman. I owe her so much. I think this was 1970. She thought it would be nice to get a tandem for the family. Supposedly, one ride, and we just loved it. And we traveled everywhere on that bicycle. Every vacation centered around a bike trip. Neurologist said, you know, the average life expectancy is 8 years. Some live to be for 20 years. And I said, okay, well, geez, hopefully we'll have a long time together still. The first 3 years were the most difficult for me. I had a real difficult time myself to come to grips with what was happening and why she couldn't do these things. I just didn't understand it. And after 3 years, I decided, you know, it's time for some help here. Without Care Dimensions, I probably would not have made it to the end, in all honesty. And they need to be supported with as much as anyone can support them. And after all they did here, I just feel this is the best that I can do, is to contribute every year in memory of my wife and all of the help that Care Dimensions gave us through the last almost 6 months of her life.
Good evening. My name is Maureen O'Kelly, and I'm a bereavement counselor for Care Dimensions. And I'd like to share this beautiful poem with you. It is called Traditional Native American Prayer for the Grieving. I give you this one thought to keep. I am with you still. I do not sleep. I am 1,000 winds that blow. I am the diamond glints on snow. I am the sunlight on ripened grain. I am the gentle autumn rain. When you awaken in the morning hush, I am the sweet uplifting rush of quiet birds in circled flight. I am the soft starts that shine at night Do not think of me as gone. I am with you still in each dawn.
Tonight I have the great pleasure, and it's really an honor, to really have our lighting of the lights tonight for all our really people that we want to especially honor tonight. So it's our 31st year. Something I really look forward to every year. I really wish that all of us could gather outside and really get together as families, because families is really what's made us close when we've had a challenge in our life. Which a year ago, my father-in-law, Morris Lebrecht, passed away, and Care Dimensions was nothing but wonderful. And I can't say enough about all the support the organization provided to my family, and I know has provided to all the families that, if they could be standing here tonight on this sidewalk with me, would be saying the same thing and thinking the same thing about the great caregivers here that Pat Ahern and our team provide to us during this time of need. So we're not alone. In many cases, this is a tough time with COVID still, and we cherish this moment to light the lights on behalf of all our families, especially our specific family member. In my case, my father-in-law, and in many cases, to honor the many, many bulbs here that are lit up here tonight to honor all our, people that have left us that we love.
This is the 20th year that Bank Gloucester has been participating in the Tree of Light ceremony for Care Dimensions. Care Dimensions is a wonderful organization. They do a lot of great things for this community. They help a lot of people through some very difficult times. And we're happy to be part of this organization, be a part of supporting what their mission is and helping them succeed. This Tree of Lights is one of many events that they do during the course of the year. I'm very happy and to be a part of it again. And this is by far my favorite event that they run because it means a lot to me. It just helps me remember those family members and friends that are no longer with me, and the joy that they brought to my life over the years. And as we light this tree, I hope everybody can do the same. Remember loved ones and what they have meant to you all as you have gone forward in your lives. And I hope you all have a great, joyful and peaceful holiday season.
Many of our loved ones, many of our families in Swampscott and throughout the greater North Shore are dealing with loss and grief. Just last week, I was at a funeral for a town employee that I had worked with over the last 5 years. And it really is challenging for many of us to deal with not only the pandemic, but with our mental health and the kind of care that we should show ourselves, but each other. It's important for us to recognize during the holidays, especially during the holidays, that we need to reach out and connect with each other and our loved ones, especially those that are dealing with grief. And through these types of programs, we come together and really support each other. I'm sorry that we can't be here together. It's one of my most fond holiday traditions over the last few years. We've gathered with hundreds here at Swampscott Town Hall to shoulder each other and to think about our loved ones that have gone before us. And soon we'll be able to do that again, but this year, as in last, we will have to do this distant. That said, I wish everybody a blessed Hanukkah and Merry Christmas and happy holiday season to you and your family.
Good day. My name is Dan. I'm one of the chaplains at the Care Dimensions Hospice House in Lincoln. We're here today to celebrate the Tree of Lights, using lights as a symbol of those who have gone before us, and also reminding ourselves that we too are lights for the world. When I was asked to do this, I thought, I wonder where light comes from. So I went to the good telephone and asked Siri. And I found it rather interesting that light, according to NASA, comes from two atoms meeting together in the core of the sun. They meet together and they form a proton. As they form the proton, they begin to journey to the surface of the sun. And it takes 40,000 years, according to this NASA insert. And after 40,000 years, finally arriving at the surface of the sun, it begins to emanate, and it begins a journey of 93 million miles, and it takes about 8 1/3 seconds to reach Earth. And I found this interesting, that light being a symbol of us, that it gives us the opportunity to understand that we're far more complex and far more magnificent than even this light, because of the fact that we come from a different source. We come from a source which is light itself. We come from the source which is life. And one of the things I found very interesting is when I began to reflect on what life and light would be for us, there is the sense that light can do several things, but we're only going to focus on 3. Light, first of all, makes it possible to have life. If there were no light, there could not be life. And we think of people who have gone before us, how they have changed our lives, how they have given us a certain capability of enjoying life, how it works out that if it weren't for them, our lives would be somewhat diminished, would not be as full. A second characteristic of light would be the sense of warmth. And not only the sense of physical warmth, but the warmth that comes from knowing that we are loved, from knowing that we are cherished, from knowing that we make a difference in other people's lives. And finally, I was thinking, light gives us the opportunity to be enlightened. All of us need to have an enlightenment. And one of the things I think that we need to do as light, and that others have done for us, they've given us a sense of our dignity. They've given us a sense that we are valuable. They've given us a sense that our lives matter, and that we have a real obligation to advocate for ourselves and for one another. And this is what light does. Light brings to the fore that which is most essential. So as we're celebrating this tree of life for ourselves, for other people who have gone before us, and for all those who will come after us, it's good to keep in mind that our light never extinguishes. The physical body will stop, but the light, which is our spirit, will continue forever. It comes from a source that is inextinguishable, and we're going to be on this light tour for eternity. So I thank you very much for joining us for this Tree of Light ceremony, but especially for remembering those who have gone before us and what they have handed on to us, the gift of life and the joy of life, the warmth of love, and the awareness of our own dignity. And may you be able to rejoice eternally in a truly brilliant light of goodness. Thank you.